I ate some paella.
Okay, nice. Paella is delicious.
Yes.
Okay, and well, I think that's everybody. So let's get started with today's class. Um, Luva, can you read the title in the next lines?
Business meetings. In today's lesson, we will talk about attending meetings, learn strategies to give better meetings, and to talk about cultural differences in meetings.
Nice. Really nice pronunciation. Good job with cultural and differences, both of which are pretty difficult words. Um, okay, hold on 1 second. And Luva, can you ask Jose the first question?
Jose, when was the last time you went to a meeting? What did you discuss?
Yes. The last time that I went to a meeting, the it was last week. It was a meeting with some teachers. We were discussing about the students because it's the end of is the end of the first part of the course, and it's necessary to discuss about the about the students in order to improve the knowledge.
Possessive pronoun. Not an article, it's a possessive pronoun.
To improve their knowledge.
Good. Last time I went to a meeting, we need to remove a pronoun in this first
Okay.
sentence.
Was last week.
Yeah, so we
It
would remove it.
without it. Yes.
Exactly. Sorry, hold on. Last time I didn't. Last week it was meeting with some teachers. We were discussing. We don't discuss about. So you could say we were talking about,
Okay.
or we
Well,
were discussing. It's one or the other. We're discussing the
we
students.
were discussing without about. Okay.
Yeah, just discussing the students because it's the end of the first part of the course. Yeah, again. Okay, good. And
Okay.
Armia Christina, how's it going? Welcome to class.
I'm doing well, teacher. Thank you.
Nice. Okay, good to hear. Okay, and let's have Jose. Can you ask Ana Cristina the first question?
Okay. Ana Cristina, describe the perfect meeting. Who attends? Is it formal or informal? Do you talk, listen, view a PowerPoint, watch a movie?
Mm, I think that every meeting is different. Um, I don't know, or maybe I can't say what is the perfect meeting, but I guess that the perfect meeting is when people can to talk, perdón, excuse me, can talk about interesting topic, and the end of the meeting, all is clear, um, and the participants feel feel good with the information. Um, uh, when you go to the meeting, depend is formal or informal. I think that the important thing is that all is clear.
I think the important thing is that everything is clear.
Everything is clear.
Good. Okay. And let's have Lua. Can you ask Jose this question? And Jose, this next question. Can you ask Ana Carolina the next one?
Shall I ask Anna Carolina?
So
Anna Carolina,
you're gonna
pretend you are
ask
the man.
Jose, and Jose is gonna be asking Ana Carolina. Oh, you're gonna ask Ana Cristina.
I'm lost.
So
Who
Lua, you're reading the question, and Ana Cristina then asks.
I have to ask to Ana Carolina. Okay.
Yeah. So, but
Okay,
Luva,
Anna
you
Cristina,
start.
pretend you are the man in the white shirt. Anna Carolina, ask a question about presentation on the picture.
So, what you're doing, Luva, just read this. Just read this.
Pretend you are the man in the white shirt. Ask the man in the brown jacket, Anna Carolina, a question about her presentation.
Good.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. It's a little bit confusing. And so, yeah, Ana Cristina, can you ask the question?
Okay. Ana Carolina, what do you think the about what is the most important about your coworker presentation?
What's the most important thing about your presentation?
Yes, but I can see in the picture another person. Uh, Ana Carolina, what do you think about the Pedro presentation? Are you agree with the different points?
Yes, I agree. It was very well done.
Okay, that's it.
Ana Carolina, can you tell us the different ideas that you would like to share in this meeting?
I'm sorry. I don't know what it's about. You
You
know.
get to make it up. I mean, you're really good at making things up.
Hmm.
Ideas in order to improve maybe the work with the employees in this company.
Yeah, I mean, you could also talk about how Pedro is an idiot. He's just the worst presentator. This is just a terrible idea. We definitely shouldn't do this. You know, expanding the company and trying to buy another
Okay.
company is just a bad
I
idea.
think he was quite unfair when he decided to give people the floor. I don't know why I am always the last one to to bring up something, you know, because I'm not I was not the last one to arrive in this meeting, but I am always the last one to give the floor. And well, I'd like to had the opportunity to comment about his last point, but he basically asked me a tag question. So I
Basically, asks me a what question?
asked me a tag question,
What
which
question?
a tag question,
Target?
tag, you know, it
I'm not sure what a
is
tag question is.
a question, a closed question, which didn't allow me to give a nice and long answer. I had to wait a center to to bring up my points as usual.
I had to wait. I'm not sure what you mean. Wait a center.
Century,
Ah, I had to wait a
100 years,
century to
100
make a
years
selection.
to give it to have a small floor.
I wouldn't call it a small floor. I was the last one to get the floor. Um, so something small. Other than that, it sounded good. Um, yeah, I'm sorry that you feel that you're being treated unfairly,
Uh,
but
so
okay, good.
tag. You told me to make something up, okay?
No, I think it was good.
No, okay. Tag is not the same as closed.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard of a tag question. Um, I'm gonna look it up in Wikipedia, and Wikipedia is okay. This is kind of, it's almost like a rhetorical question. Um, so it's like, you're John, aren't you? Okay, so interesting. Yeah, I hadn't heard of a tag question. I don't think this would be a good example of a tag question, but yeah, nice. I think we're good on this page. Does anybody have any questions?
Yes, I do. What does it mean to give people the floor?
Okay, who can explain what to give somebody the floor means?
May I?
Yeah.
Luba, it just means to give the opportunity to speak.
Thank you, Anna Carolina. Now I will know
You're
that. Thank you.
you're welcome.
Is expression, Anna?
Excuse me, Anna Christina?
Yes, it's like expression.
Yeah, it's kind of like an idiom. It would be an idiom. Give somebody the floor. Because you're not literally taking the floor and giving it to them, but you're giving them a hypothetical floor where they can speak. Yeah. And I think we're good on this page. And let's have Luva. Can you read through the words?
Of course. To address, to allocate, to commands, to implement, punctual, to wrap up, objectives, and to designate.
Okay, only a couple small things. Objectives.
Objectives, like goals.
Excuse me,
Bless you.
sorry. Um, Objectives like goals. Yeah, objectives are goals. Um, Designate.
Have no idea. That's my first time I made that
Okay.
word.
Can you repeat it at first?
Designate.
Yeah. Who knows what designate means?
I know, but I don't know how to explain.
How do you use it in a sentence?
Okay, hold on. I had designated their places. No. Um, let me think of a better sentence. When I have to. No, he was designated as the vice president of the company.
He was designated as the vice president. Yeah. So to designate is like to hand out a role or a job. Um, so the manager designates who does what job. So yeah, you're like giving out almost, giving out tasks. Um, okay. And any other questions?
I forgot the meaning of allocate.
Okay. Does anybody know what allocate means? Okay, so there are a couple like different definitions. So you can allocate funds. It's like to find them, so you can like find funds. You could also set them apart, so you save them in a certain way. So what you get in a dictionary is to set apart for a certain purpose is to designate, also to distribute according to a plan. Come on. And so this is the other definition. And any other questions? Okay, what about to wrap up? Luba, what does wrap up mean?
To finish, to close the deal.
Yeah, to finish something. And what about punctual?
Being in time.
Yeah, being on time. Okay.
We have the same word in Russian.
Nice. Let's look at these. Jose, can you read the title?
Okay, phrasal verbs. Define the word or use it in a sentence. Run into, think about, come across, count on, try out, look over.
Nice. Okay. And can you make a sentence with any of these?
In a rush, I have to run into a meeting.
In a rush, I have to run into a meeting. I'm not sure what you mean there. Ooh, okay. So that's like literally running into something, like running into the meeting. And it would work.
It's possible to say running into a meeting?
Yeah. And tell everyone Zilla was destroying. Let's see. So like yeah, if you're like running into a meeting, you're like literally running into it. We had to like run to the meeting. That'd be a little bit more normal. Like if you're running into a meeting, you're like entering the door, still
Okay.
sprinting, which is
Yes,
just
yes.
a little bit.
Okay,
Um,
okay.
It's also not quite how we generally use the phrasal verb in this sense. Do you have another idea, Jose, about?
Yes, I have another idea. For example, I ran into an old friend when I meet a friend by chance.
Yeah, unexpectedly, I ran into an old friend. That'd be perfect to run into an old friend. You can also like run into a mistake.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's to meet unexpectedly. Perfect.
Is it possible to run into the tree?
Yeah, you can also run into trees. So running into meetings, running into trees. If you run into a tree, generally you'd be in a car. Hopefully you'd be in a car. Hopefully you're not just like running into trees. Yeah, but yeah, that would be perfect as well. Just a different sense of the phrasal verb. What about the next one, Anna Christina?
Think about. Think about, for example, I'm thinking about my last English class.
Okay. Yeah. I'm thinking about my last English class. That'd be fine. To think about, yeah, so like to consider. Generally, if somebody like, I guess in the business sense, we'd like, I need to think about it. Like, I need to think about this problem. I need to think about it before I give you an answer. But yeah, good. And what about the next one, Anna Carolina?
he quit his job when he came across with a small fortune.
When he came across what?
With a small fortune. Is no.
What? Okay. What? What? Ana Carolina? Ah, okay. We wouldn't say with. Just came across a small fortune. Yeah. Nice. That definitely sounds a lot better than how I had heard it. Can you read that sentence one more time?
He quit his job when he came across a small fortune.
Nice. Perfect. And Ana Carolina, can you ask Luva the next question?
Luba, could you make a sentence with count on?
Yeah,
Of
wow,
course.
thanks.
Don't leave me, I'm counting on you.
And what about the next one, Jose?
Okay, try out. I am going to try the new car out.
I'm gonna try the new car out. I might say I'm gonna try out the new car.
When I go to test or put
Yeah.
this car in a experimental use.
And that definitely works.
Or
I just
yeah,
say try out instead of try the new car out. Both work. I think it just sounds better a little bit the second way.
okay.
Good. And Anna Christina, the next one?
I'm sorry. Look over. Um, I looked over your proposal before the business meeting.
Yeah, good. And there's actually another way that we can use come across. Does anybody have any ideas?
Let me try.
Uh-huh.
Uh, Suddenly, I came across the small article telling me the truth.
Okay, yeah, so that's a really similar way to cross small article telling me the truth. And that's pretty much the same. He came across a small fortune. He like unexpectedly found it. Really good. There's another way that it's used though. Any other ideas?
Come across?
One more time? Yeah, come across this word or this phrasal verb. No ideas? Think about when you're meeting somebody. Okay, so we could use it like, I don't want to come across as a jerk, but you really should be quiet when your boss is talking. Yeah, so something like that. I don't want to seem like, I don't want to come across. So if you're meeting somebody, you can also say like, he came across as like a nice person, but the more I got to know him, the less I liked him. Something like that. So does that make sense to everybody? That come across can also be to seem like? Maybe? Hopefully? Okay. Skip that. And Anna Carolina, can you tell us the first role play?
Um,
Talking about business meetings.
yes, I am thinking. Uh, one guy who who had a nice project had his his points, his main points, uh, stolen by a co-worker in a meeting.
Okay, what do you mean had his main point stolen?
Um, the co-worker didn't allow him to talk and made he look like an idiot in the meeting, and he's very angry with the co-worker.
And he's
He stole his store thunder,
yeah. Okay. Good.
and
So
he's angry and want to talk about with the co-worker.
yeah,
He's very angry.
good. Together and thunder. Nicely done. Okay, and so maybe Luva, if you are that first person, how would you start out the conversation?
I'm the bad guy or a good guy? I trying to
You're the
figure.
first. You're the one guy. You're person A.
The nice.
You're just mad that somebody stole your point in a meeting.
So I'm sitting here and looking at my coworkers stealing my
It's
great.
more. This is after the
No,
meeting. So this is after it's all happened. You're just mad. You're approaching him, and you're gonna
Oh,
be
I'm
like,
talking
"Hey,
to him.
man." Yeah, you're talking to him.
Okay. Um. Okay. There is no time to explain fully why did you do that to me, but will you be so kind to name me at least one reason of your behavior?
I'm me at least one. Um, why did you do that to me? Is a question.
Why you did that to me?
Yeah. Maybe we change the location of Foley.
There's no time to explain why you
Ah.
did that to me fully.
Yeah, you're probably right though. It probably sounds better. There's no time to explain fully why you did that to me. Yeah. Good. I wouldn't change it in the end. Sorry, but that's where I would have. I was thinking of putting it. Vegas. Maybe just we'd use a different verb. Let's say give.
To give a reason. Yes, of course.
And then a different preposition.
The reason, not of, at least one reason about.
So
No.
3 letters.
For.
Yeah.
Of course, 4 year.
Will you be so kind? Isn't sarcasm as much as it's just like a really common phrase.
I will be grateful if you give me.
Yeah. Like, please give me just one good reason.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to be polite at first.
Yeah. And Jose, how would you respond?
I disagree with your point of view. I think there are small differences between your project and my project. I just never plagiarized any project from you.
What was that last thing? Never
I've never plagiarized
plagiarized.
plagiarized any project.
Okay. And Anna Christina?
I'm sorry, but I think a different, the different, a different thing, a different thing, uh, because I can't see that your presentation have. Uh, I can see that your presentation have uh, the same ideas that I I had been explained in my last project.
We would use the simple past tense here.
I had been explained.
Um,
I had explained.
so you're almost in like the past perfect progressive. Had been explaining would be the past perfect progressive. We want the
Mm,
simple past. We want the simple past.
I have explained it.
Just the verb to explain in the simple past tense. So if the verb is to explain and it's in the simple past.
Mhm. Explain.
Yeah.
Only past tense.
Yeah. Okay, so that I explained in my last project. And then presentation is singular.
Has.
Perfect. I can see that your presentation has the same idea as that I explained. I think differently would probably be the best. I think differently.
Different, yes. Different.
Okay. Ana Carolina?
Well, dude, I'm sorry that you feel this way. There is nothing that I can do. Um, my my project was better than yours, and you know, the business world is a concrete jungle. The wheel that squeezes gets its oil. Wheel, WHEEL.
The wheel?
The wheel that squeezes gets its greasy.
It's greasy?
Greasy. Uh-huh. You could.
Ah, the wheel it squeaks. Oh, okay, okay.
I'm
Um,
sorry. It squeaks. Sorry.
don't be sorry. So the squeaky wheel
The squeaky wheel gets its greasy.
greased.
Greased.
Probably.
You
That's
you could have spoken there if you wanted to, but you were as quiet as a mouse. So maybe you can learn from it and do better next time. From now, I think I have the boss. Um, how can I say? Admiration.
the boss's admiration.
The boss's admiration and the promotion is going to be mine. Sorry.
And the promotion is going to be mine. Okay. Nice. And Luva, how would you respond?
Oh, sorry. Mm, you have your admiration, you have the boss's admiration and the promotion right now, but everything we do along the way will definitely return to us. And what you did to me, somebody will do the same to you. So, and you will think about my words later. Good luck.
Nice. Good luck.
I can
Nice.
see my mistakes.
Okay, what are your mistakes?
Now, but everything what we do along the way will be definitely returned to us.
Actually, I would say
It's tricky.
everything we do along the way will definitely return to us.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that sounds good. I'll do the same to you, and you think about my words later. Yeah, no, I wouldn't change anything. Looks good.
Thanks.
Jose, how would you respond at the end?
Okay. I'll try to think about your position, but I think my project was the best one because I worked some years ago in a department which made a research about this topic.
Which not made research.
Did
Uh-huh.
did
It,
research about this topic.
good.
Then I think my knowledge is higher than your knowledge about this topic.
Maybe that's why.
Okay, that's why I think
My knowledge is greater.
greater
Yours.
than yours. Okay.
Okay. Good. I think we're good here. Does anybody have any questions on this page? Okay, let's go on to the next page. Anna Cristina, can you read the role of the boss? Anna Carolina, can you read the role of the first worker? And Lua, can you read the role of the second worker?
Let's have a little pre-meeting to prepare for the meeting tomorrow.
Wow. Do you think it's safe to jump right into the pre-meeting without planning it?
I think we got Anna Carolina. Can you finish with the second worker?
Am I the second or the third now?
So the first one was the boss. This is the first worker, and this is the second worker. So just finish the comic, Anna.
You think you're funny, but you're not.
Okay, let's get this preliminary meeting going.
Okay, yeah. Okay, let's get this. Yeah. So a little bit off, but yeah, I think that was my fault too. Right. So who thinks they can explain this? Who thinks they can explain this?
I think it's about the paper.
Okay, let's start. I think that was Luba. You started.
Yes.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I think it is about the paperwork. Sometimes paperwork is the soul of offices, and instead of doing something, they are planning to do that. Maybe not. Just my thought.
No, I
They
think
are
that's
just...
good. I think that's really good. Okay. Good grammar, too. Anna Carolina, you were going to say something?
I'm sorry, there is a delay in my connection.
No
I
worries.
agree.
Okay.
They are planning too much.
They're planning too much. They are planning too much. I would definitely agree with that. Is there anything else? Does anybody get anything else from this? I mean, they're definitely planning too much. Is there any sarcasm in this comic?
Yes.
Okay, where?
Let's get this preliminary meeting. It's
Mm,
sarcastic. Um,
the boss isn't being
okay,
sarcastic.
the second. Oh, do you think it's safe to jump right
Yeah.
into the pre-meeting without planning it? You
Yes,
know,
that is sarcastic. That is really sarcastic. So I guess what's he trying to do there? Like,
he's trying to say the opposite. It's not necessary to have a pre-meeting. And then he's making fun of the boss. Do you think it's safe to jump right into the pre-meeting? Because the pre-meeting is not necessary, so a pre-meeting is too much.
yeah, exactly. So he's making fun of the boss. A pre-meeting, yeah, is way too much. But in the end, what does the boss do? Does the boss take him seriously, or does the boss understand the sarcasm?
No, he didn't. He understands the sarcasm.
Yeah, so the boss
He,
takes him
he,
seriously.
yes, and then the other guy got angry
Yeah,
because he's going to have to attend 3 meetings instead.
yeah. So he's like, you think you're funny, but you're not. So he's like, the pre-meeting was just a joke, but it was a joke gone wrong. So yeah, the second worker doesn't think it's funny. Yeah, that was perfect. Does anybody have any questions here? Okay, and I think we're good. Yeah. So we have the floor. Yeah, let's skip that. I think we're pretty good on that. This is actually a pretty good one too. Let's try this, and let's try the last one. Let's have Luva. Can you read the first rule in the last one?
Just a minute. I'm writing. Can I jump in here means um, if it's... May I talk now, right?
Yeah. Can I jump in here? It's like, can I talk? Can I interrupt?
Okay, can I talk? I'm just trying to write everything down. Okay,
Okay.
what should I do now?
Can you read the rule right down here?
Okay, you're starting a meeting and someone comes in late.
Nice. And let's have Jose. Can you read the rule B?
Okay. You arrive late to a meeting. Make excuses.
Good. And let's start with Luva. If you're role A, how would you start us out?
Um, don't you think that it's rude to be late?
Jose?
I'm sorry about it. I was stuck in a traffic jam for 2 hours.
Okay. And Ana Cristina?
Um, okay, I can understand, but the last meeting, you you told me the same excuse.
Okay. And Ana Carolina?
Uh, but it is true. There is a huge traffic jam. Other, furthermore, I'm Brazilian. You know, what do you expect? Uh, it's cultural. Uh, uh, Come on. 15 minutes is not a lateness.
15 minutes isn't late.
Isn't late.
Yeah. 15 minutes is wicked late, but good. And Luva, how would you respond?
Can't agree more. But if
Couldn't.
couldn't agree more. But if you'd like to keep that job, you have two options. First, live in the office or find an accommodation next to the office.
Whew. Okay. Jose, how would you respond?
These elections are not my cup of tea.
These
I have
choices.
these choices are not my cup of tea. I have to choose one. I prefer to choose leave the office.
Leaving the office or living in the
Yes,
office?
I prefer living the office.
Living in the office.
Living in the office. Yes.
Okay. Anna Christina?
Um, I always no. I it's important that you improve that weakness because to be punctual is very important when you want to be a good employee.
Okay. If you want to be a good employee, and
If
being punctual is very important. I'm not sure what you said here. It's important that you improve.
it's important that you improve this weakness.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you, Anita.
Okay. And Anna Carolina, something really quick at the end, just to finish up.
Come on. You are making a mountain out of a molehill. All those all this discussion just because 15 minutes. I work well. Don't be so demanding, so bossy. For
Nice.
God's sake.
That's amazing. Nice. Really good. And we are just out of time. Does anybody have any last questions before we finish up? Okay, thank you guys all for coming in. Hopefully you enjoyed class, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. I think I'm probably going to pick up another class later in the afternoon, so if you want to join that, keep your eyes peeled, but if not, have a really good day.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Thanks.
Joshua. Good
Bye.
class.